Have you ever met someone who changed the world without using money, fame, or force? Mother Teresa did exactly that. She was a small woman with a powerful heart. She did not build tall towers or lead great armies. Instead, she built hope among the poor and the sick. In this story, we will travel through her life, from a little girl with a big dream to a woman known across the world for her love and kindness. Get ready to meet a real-life legend. Agnes Gongsha Bojakshiu was born on August 26, 1910, in the busy town of Skopje. Her family was proud and full of faith. Her father, Nikola, worked in business and loved politics. At home, Agnes learned to pray every day. She also learned to help others, even if they were strangers. But her happy childhood changed when her father suddenly died. Agnes was only 9 years old. Some believed his death was not an accident, but a political attack. After that, her family became poor. Her mother worked hard to keep the family together. She also taught Agnes a powerful lesson: always care for others, no matter how hard life gets. These early lessons stayed with Agnes forever. When Agnes was just a teenager, she felt a growing voice inside her. She believed God was calling her to a special life, a life of service. In 1928, at the age of 18, she left her home to join the Sisters of Loreto in Ireland. It was her first time away from her family. The weather in Ireland was cold and rainy, very different from sunny Skopje. She missed her home but stayed strong. She learned English so she could teach children in faraway India. Soon, she traveled by ship to Calcutta, India. There, she began teaching in a school for girls. In 1931, she took her vows and became Sister Teresa. At the school, she was not just a teacher. She was a friend, a guide, and a light to her students. Later, she even became the headmistress. Yet, something deep inside her still whispered, "There is more to do." In 1946, everything changed again. While riding a train to the mountain town of Darjeeling, Sister Teresa felt a powerful new calling. It was like a quiet voice inside her heart. She believed Jesus was telling her to leave the convent and help the poorest people, those living and dying in the streets. The idea was scary. She had no money, no plan, and no promises. She also knew it would mean giving up the safe life she had built. But her heart was sure. After long months of waiting, she got permission to leave the convent. In 1948, wearing a simple white sari with a blue border, she stepped alone into the poorest parts of Calcutta. At first, she had nothing but her faith. She taught children to read by writing letters in the dirt. She picked up the sick from the streets and washed their wounds with her own hands. She gave medicine when she could find it. When she could not, she simply held their hands so they would not die alone. Neighbors began to notice. Some helped, others were confused. Soon, young women came to join her. They became the first members of the Missionaries of Charity, founded officially in 1950. Their mission was clear: to love and care for those that society had forgotten. Mother Teresa and her sisters worked in tiny rooms, often without enough food or supplies. But they brought hope where there had only been despair. Word of her work began to spread beyond Calcutta. In 1962, She received the Ramon Magsaysay Award for Peace. In 1979, she won the Nobel Peace Prize. When offered a grand banquet to celebrate, she refused. She asked that the money for the banquet be given to feed the poor instead. Her simple white sari and humble ways inspired millions. By the 1980s, missionaries of charity had homes in over 100 countries. They opened orphanages, AIDS centers, shelters for the homeless, and homes for those with leprosy. Where others saw problems too big to solve, Mother Teresa saw people needing love. But even a saintly life faces shadows. Some visitors to her homes said the medical care was not enough. They said patients suffered without strong pain medicine. Critics like writer Christopher Hitchens said she praised suffering too much. Others worried about how donations were spent, saying not all money helped the poor directly. She also accepted awards and gifts from leaders with bad reputations. Some asked, could she have been more careful? Mother Teresa listened, but rarely answered her critics. She said her mission was not to be successful, but to be faithful. In her later years, Mother Teresa's small body grew weak. She suffered heart problems and needed surgery. Still, she traveled the world, opening new homes and comforting the sick. In 1997, she finally stepped down from leading her order. On September 5, 1997, she passed away in Calcutta. People around the world mourned. She was given a state funeral in India, a rare honor for someone not born there. In 2003, the Catholic Church beatified her, calling her Blessed Teresa of Calcutta. In 2016, she was officially declared a saint. Even today, thousands of people are inspired by her simple message: do small things with great love. Reflection questions. Would you have the courage to give up everything to follow your heart, like Mother Teresa did? When we help others, is it enough to act with love, even if our actions are not perfect? How should we think about the flaws of heroes? Can someone still be great, even with mistakes? Final thoughts. Mother Teresa's life shows us that greatness does not come from wealth or fame or comfort. It comes from caring deeply and acting bravely. Her story is not about being perfect. It is about doing your best to bring light into dark places. We are all called, in our own small ways, to love more, help more, and forgive more. Maybe we cannot all be Mother Teresa, but we can all carry a piece of her love into the world.